Hi there, it's Dr. Nadia, founder of the Doyenne Agency and host of Straight Talk About Sales. Today I want to talk about launches. And this video and the subsequent videos, because I feel like I'm going to do a series on this because it's so yummy, was inspired by one of my friends and colleagues, Katie T. So thank you, Katie, around putting this information out about launches and really just sparking this idea about, wait, we need to really talk about this. So a recent video, I talked about, setting your revenue goal for 2019 and what are some of the things to think about? What are some of the things that you can do to really put together your overall strategy so that you can put together an effective plan in order to achieve your revenue goal? Well, one of the things that a lot of people will consider, or we definitely at least hear about it a lot out in the atmosphere, are launches. Maybe I should host a launch or have an online launch, or maybe I should have multiple launches in order to achieve said revenue goal. Well, one of the things that I really liked about Katie's article and what she talked about was just the things you need before you launch. So like I said, I'm probably going to end up, not probably, I'm going to definitely end up doing multiple videos. So just to get the series kicked off is, asking yourself, so you want to have a launch. Maybe you want to have multiple launches depending on your product or service and what it will take in order to hit your revenue goal. All right, great. That's fabulous. However, is a launch right for you? That's a great question, because one of the things I feel like sometimes we get a lot of pressure on about is having to have a launch in order to generate revenue in my business. They're great. They can be very effective, but they can also fall flat. So two things that Katie mentioned in her article, where you have to have an idea, because not all launches are created equal. And you also need to make sure your business is ready. I have a client who recently did a launch. So early January, she did a launch where she launched a new program. It's something that she has never offered quite the way she's offering it now in her business. It's an idea we've been talking about for a very long time. And it's also just the foundation to this idea, because this idea, as far as our vision, is to grow. And so there was a very intense 2-week period where it was for me. However, what we don't necessarily talk about, and you don't necessarily see in, some random Facebook posts, is that it took months of behind the scenes preparation to get prepared for said launch, to have a successful, it was a great launch. We generated over $100,000 in 2 weeks. And then we did pre-launch towards the end of last year. So we generated another roughly $20,000 or so. So, she ended up with just shy of maybe $130,000. Not a bad day, right? But what we don't necessarily talk about is all the work that went in behind the scenes and all the things that still needed to continue to happen for her business to run. So, for this particular client, there are actually 6 people on the team. So there are people that are, writing the copy, getting all the automation set up. She had to take the time out from working with clients to actually get all the content ready, not only for the actual, she decided to leverage a webinar, so she taught a class for that content, but then also to deliver the content for the program that we were selling. So there were a lot of things that were happening behind the scenes that no one knew about. We didn't talk about that. You only saw that little sliver of, the doors are open. Let's buy, let's do this thing, and let's get it rocking. So when you're thinking about your business, and that was one of the questions that Katie mentioned, or not even a question, she just flat out said, this is what you need. One of the things she mentioned was your business needs to be ready. And a lot of times we feel like, okay, great, I need cash, and I'm just going to run out and I'm going to pull together a launch. Not so fast. It takes a lot of support to do it right. If you're looking to net and really walk away with a 6-figure payday or even a 5-figure payday, there are things that you need to do right to ensure that you can really maximize all the effort that goes into having a launch. So the next step, I really wanted to point that out because I feel like there's a lot of times the pressure, and then of course it looks really sexy. Like I was talking to my counsel about it, and I was like, oh my God, we're gonna set this launch, and and it's like not building your business on the launch model, right? And the other thing is I want you to really think about this too as you're considering or planning your launches this year is can your business handle it if your launch falls flat? Because the truth of the matter is not all launches go well. I've been around long enough to see launches that have been amazing. Like my one client just mentioned, 6-figure launch, amazing. All these clients, they're all excited. Cash is coming in the door. Woo! I've also seen launches where it was like crickets. Didn't go quite so well, right? So you really need to think about, can my business handle it? Because again, that might not be the best strategy for you to leverage right now. Another important thing to think about, to mention about my client is that we've been working together for almost 2 years. Her business has been around for many years, about, well, I won't say many is relative, right? So maybe about roughly 5 years. And she also is already earning multiple 6 figures, right? So it wasn't like she just woke up one day, I was like, I had this random idea and I haven't tested it. This was a different idea, but she did have some information as to why, some data to why this might work. We weren't sure if it would work, but it might work based on the idea, the data we had. So again, just thinking about that, where is my business? Is this really the best time? Is this really the best approach for my business? And if so, what do I need to do to make it happen? So I just wanted to throw that out there, food for thought. So here's some things as we prepare for this series. I'm really excited. What do you want to launch? Wait, let me back up. Let me change that. One, is a launch right for you this year? If so, how many launches do you plan for this year? 1, 2, 3, or 4 or more? And what are you launching? What product, program, or service are you going to offer as a part of said launch? All right. So those are just a couple things for you to think about as you get ready. So when you think about product, program, or service, what is the price point? Because that makes a difference as well. As I mentioned earlier, not all launches are created equal. So you'll definitely want to look at that. And what support do you need? Because it really makes a difference if you're trying to do all this by yourself and make it happen versus if you bring in a team like Katie's team. Her team is amazing for helping you get ready for the launch. My team is great helping you once you're in the launch and we're helping you bring in the revenue. Do you need support? Because depending on how this goes, are you ready for the yes? Because, there could be a big influx, and can you handle it? Can your business continue while you're in the middle of a launch? Because it's really intense. And there's a lot of things that may be pulling on you and your time and your energy. So just a couple things to think about before the next video comes out. So again, just write those questions down, keep them handy. We're going to build on this. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know. Get that information over to me. You can post it or you can shoot us an email, and I'll be sure to answer those questions in the next couple videos as we talk more about launches. All right, this is Dr. Nadia signing off. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.